Conor McGregor fight that happened this past weekend. I know we got a lot of fight fans that watch this show. They like our commentary on the fight game. So Conor McGregor fought this past weekend, and whirlwind of emotions for me from not being able to watch ESPN Plus. I don't know if anyone else experienced this.
I did. I was right next to you.
Twitter was blowing up because I don't know what happened with the ESPN Plus stream.
Full on meltdown.
Hundreds of thousands of tweets.
We were talking about what could be a possibility for that happening. Him coming after, like,
so Dana White was.
I don't want to say it. You say it because I don't want to be like clicked as a meme. Look, this fucking idiot. But I really do feel that it could be the case. It could be the case.
He provoked the hackers.
You don't do that.
He said
they're invisible ninjas.
Yeah, they're savages. And he said basically like I'm gonna knock on your door if I catch you pirating this stream.
And they just all got together. They're like.
He made sure no one was streaming the fight, not even the people who paid for it.
Brilliant idea, by the way.
I don't think so. I paid $70 to watch 2 fights. Dana, I said this before. I love Dana, but how can an organization are you sweating?
I'm in bad shape, yeah.
What did you take? How many blue chews?
Too many, bro. It was all that movement. I told you I was running out of energy, man.
I looked to my left. This man is drenched. He's just
God bless, Mike. What the fuck?
It's like our first episode all over again. What are you doing?
I've been using this anti-aging cream on my face. And I always told myself before the show, don't use it because it clogs up all of my pores. And I rubbed it all over my face, and I feel like I have a vegetable oil all over my face right now, and I can't stop it from.
You just look like a greasy old man now. Like you went from old man to just greasy old man.
If you put deodorant all over your skin, don't do this.
You could get in a lot. You could go to the hospital.
You could die.
Yeah, because you stop like
clogs your pores. It looks like that's what he did.
Well, while Mike's gone, I read something that was really funny. Somebody tweeted out. They go, a bunch of ambulances showed up to the UFC fight. Conor's fine, but Dana White had a heart attack.
Yeah,
because of everything that was happening that night, and I died.
Bro, can you imagine?
But he's been talking a lot of shit, like a lot lately. He's been talking a lot of shit to everybody.
I feel like he's a little angsty. And now guess what? Essentially, the face of the UFC lost, and he can't get his glorious Khabib versus McGregor rematch.
Did you see what Khabib said about Conor?
He says he's levels above these guys. Oh, you're talking about
what he said about him losing his training people.
Yeah, because Conor allegedly, but Conor refuted this, switched his boxing coach and sparring partners and basically switched up his camp, which is never
a good idea.
Really,
he did look like a different fighter. He didn't look like he was prepared for this fight. Not that I have any say in fighting.
I disagree. I think the first round he looked good. Like his striking is superb.
He was striking well. Did he lose 2 out of his past 3 fights? Is that what happened?
Yeah.
So what happens now? Is he like
this is why it's tricky, man, because it is so tough for me anyways to see legends lose.
Yeah,
I hate it. Yeah. I love Conor McGregor. And the moment I saw him flattened with his eyes closed, like Nate Robinson style.
Maybe not as bad because he wasn't fully knocked out.
The internet's
ruthless.
No mercy for the guy.
Your brother didn't help that situation.
I mean, it's Jake fucking Paul.
We immediately went to his Instagram. Soon as he went down, me and Logan just looked at each other like, what did your brother post? What did your brother post? I feel like he had that shit preloaded. Like he had it already set to go.
I don't know. I don't think anyone thought McGregor was going to get beaten that way. Like, and by the way, props to Dustin Poirier for pulling it off. It's a massive win. You beat one of the greatest combat sports entertainers of all time, and they're 1-1. He was the underdog, and he beat him, and he came back from his last loss against McGregor and proved everyone wrong. But yeah, Jake Paul, 2-3 weeks ago presented Conor with a $50 million offer. He's amended that offer.
He reduced it
to $10,000 for a fight or a third of a Bitcoin. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
I just don't even know what to say about this stuff anymore.
It's like he's so down that rabbit hole of being the social media asshole that comes after everybody. But it's at this point, it's I look forward to it.
Do you think Conor did a good job of while he was on his feet continuing to prove that he's a very solid striker, like could easily step into a boxing ring with a boxer
Until 5 minutes pass.
like
He has-
the end of the first round?
He has this issue where the dude gasses and everyone knows it. In this fight, he gassed much, much sooner than I thought he was going. I thought he was going to do round 3. Round 2, his hands were looking heavy.
But was it because of the leg strikes? Does that add to it?
He
you
did
think?
walk out of the arena on a crutch. I'm sure that affected him.
Yeah.
Those leg
He
kicks
was
are,
getting,
are
dude,
nasty.
like, I don't think like normal people that don't get kicked every day. Dude,
Understand,
that probably felt like a baseball bat coming at him like
Sure.
all the time. So, I mean, just thinking about being able to strike somebody without stepping
Yeah.
fully on your leg.
yeah.
There's going to be another fight, yeah? Because he won one and now he lost one. so-
Possibly. I think about this often. How many more times can McGregor lose before his legacy is really tarnished? And it's tricky because his face is tied to his whiskey, Proper 12. And he's got a lot of businesses
think it's gonna
that are
affect the
directly
sales?
correlated to the success of said businesses. Or his performance most likely dictates how well Proper 12 does. Right? He wins. He's the face of the fight game. I think so. I think so. I don't think anyone
it's just
is
really
I don't
good
think
whiskey?
anyone drinks the whiskey for the taste of the whiskey. I think they drink it because it's Conor McGregor's.
Well, Kayla did you like it?
No, it wasn't that good.
And by the way, that's the common reaction of Proper 12. I've tried it once and it's mediocre. So if Conor loses and continues to lose, which sucks, bro. I wish the best for the guy. But his businesses and every sponsor that's tied to him now suffers as well. And I had this revelation. We got to know when to stop. These guys got to know when to stop fighting. After the Mayweather fight, man, even after the Khabib fight.
Do you think
you made
Dana?
so much money? Why?
Do you think Dana was right when he said that he doesn't have that fire in him because he's sitting on too much money now? Like,
When I saw him give Dustin the fist after the ref gave him the rules in the beginning, and I just was watching his demeanor. My personal opinion, it is not the fiery Conor McGregor that was hungry and needed a win to prove to the world that he's the best fighter on the planet. He already did it.
do you think he's gonna come back now with fire? Because he's like, fuck, dude, my reputation's on the line. Everything I've ever done is now being washed away.
I hope so, man. Complacency is a dangerous, dangerous spot to be sitting in. Comfort in general, especially for the fight game. I felt this on my last fight. I don't really care. And that's what happened. And now that I lost, I'm hungrier than ever going to fight the best fighter on the planet in Floyd Mayweather.
And speaking of which, Dana White also had some stuff to say about that fight.
What'd he say?
Dana White said some comments while appearing on TMZ. It's going to be bad, White explained. I'm open for it. And I don't dislike any one of these kids. But if Floyd Mayweather really shows up and goes in, it's going to be an ass whooping like nobody has ever seen before. So I remember a couple weeks ago, you made a plea to Dana White to make sure he knew the difference between you and Jake. And I think he may not. I think he may be treating you like the person that's talking shit to him.
Yeah, I think so. I even DM'd him. I DM'd him to come on the podcast. I said, hey, you want to come on my podcast? I got a brand new set. We can talk shit about my brother together.
What'd he say?
Nothing, not even seen. He hasn't even seen it. But yeah, it sucks. I heard also that Mayweather's training like he's fighting a welterweight champion, which is a 200-pound weight class champion. Man's going in. I told Jeff this morning, I said, I don't think it matters.